Hey guys, this is Irie Starcraft and I am back to cast a 3v3 match for you. This one will be on the Bio Lab and it is going to be a mirror matchup. The teams are going to be Sivatherium, the red Zerg, his teammate will be Tiktaalik, and I think I'll just call him Tick, and he is the teal Zerg, and their teammate will be Kyara, the blue Terran. I'm not sure actually if it is Kyara. Either way, whatever I end up saying will be what it is for this cast, as their opponents are going to be LMntMaster, the purple Zerg, LMntDeath, the yellow Zerg, and LMntStallion, the orange Terran. And there's all kinds of links and crazy stuff being shown all over the place, as well as that interesting looking smiley face person with their arms raised, or whatever that symbol is supposed to be. And so anyway, I wanted to say that this LMnt team on the top, they are the #1 overall 3v3 team in the world, and they are like 68-2. So this team is absolutely ridiculous, and everybody's going standard play right now. I guarantee you there's going to be a million Zerglings and a bunch of Hellions. Really the only question mark is, does anybody try and transition into Banelings? Does anybody try and transition into Banshees or Marauders? But in a matchup like this, a mirror matchup, I do not see that happening. There's a possibility for Banelings later, but we will see. As you guys can all see the production tab right now, everybody doing exactly the same thing, the most powerful build in this mirror matchup, Zerglings and Hellions. So this is very quickly, this game is going to get completely out of control. Looks like there was a pause in the action there, but we are back and underway. And so we'll see if the top team, if they try and do anything like, if they try and share resources, or if they try and share control with their early Zerglings or not. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen, as Zergling armies are beginning to mass up at each other's watchtowers, and the trash talking just continuing this entire time. So could Kyara be trying to get into the LMnt's heads, or vice versa? Actually, I think that's pretty much a given based on some of the crap that has been said right now. So apparently now Kyara is saying that they need to play defensive, and I'm not sure really what that means, except maybe it just means that we need to be fighting in our area here instead of on the other side, so that we can reinforce more quickly, which is definitely a prudent plan, I would say. As long as they continue their build orders properly, they should be in decent shape here. And now Kyara getting a second factory, and LMntStallion, you see, he is already getting he is already getting his second factory ahead of Kyara. So I wonder if he sacrificed anything to do that or what. But we are pretty much seeing identical stuff from both teams, and still no action, which is absolutely crazy. And it looks like finally now some Zerglings are thinking about pushing out. No, they just they're feeding LMnt some of their own medicine. Maybe this is what LMnt likes to do, especially on this map where you have such a shared area here in the front to reinforce to. Both teams knowing that pushing into the other team's side is going to be a dangerous prospect at this point because of the reinforcement distance. So again, we are just waiting to see what happens, and now the Terrans are going to start to reveal their ultimate plan, as LMntStallion is going for that Infernal Pre-Igniter, and it looks like Kyara may be doing the same thing, because the Tech Lab, I believe, just went down on the second factory, and yes, you see the Infernal Pre-Igniter starting. So Kyara's Pre-Igniter is about 30 seconds behind Stallion's Pre-Igniter, so we'll see if that does come into play in this game or not. But we can check, if we want to check the army sizes here, we can see the top team and the bottom team pretty much even. I don't really see much of an edge. Kyara has a higher supply count, so I wonder what all that is about. There's actually a roach out here for Tiktaalik, so is Tiktaalik making the switch to roaches and starting to mass those up, because he does have one roach here. And he is making 5 more roaches, so very interesting there. As the top team, I do not think will be expecting that. And if those roaches can get some nice shots on these Hellions, that could be exactly what they need to win this game. And at the same time, Tiktaalik does have a little bit of a few Zerglings out here to help protect from letting his roaches get surrounded. But pretty much what is going to, it looks like, I didn't see any, okay, the Banshee from kyara is on the way, but the push is going to happen from the top team. Look how many Zerglings and Hellions are out here. I'm going to switch to APM for this engagement because they're trying to get as good a surround as they possibly can, though. A couple of nice shots from kyara's Hellions are going to do a ton of damage. Oh my god, so many Zerglings are just getting roasted all to hell right now. But one thing to keep in mind is these roaches are just practically immune to the pre-igniters, and they are just picking off Hellions, and it looks like everything is going to die except for Tiktaalik's roaches. So in about 10 seconds there, all the armies that both teams had been massing up just completely died. So that is pretty funny there. And at the same time, look at this. Kyara with the Banshee and going for the cloak. But at the same time, Stallion is going to be going for a Viking. So he is one step ahead. He's going to be ready for these Banshees. Now I don't want to miss anything going on right now as the roaches and more Hellions from kyara are going to press out here and try and engage these Zerglings. The Hellions are actually in front of the roaches, which is not the most ideal positioning there, but really not enough time to get out of the way. And now Tiktaalik's roaches are finally going to get surrounded by these Zerglings, but more reinforcements are coming in, including 3 more Hellions from kyara, and those are going to roast up all of these reinforcing Zerglings. Sivatherium even getting in on the action here, and now Stallion, though, with a superior number of Hellions, looks like he may be able to ward this attack back. More back and forth action. I'm really wondering where the Banshee is. I see one Banshee flying around over here. So the cloak is going to finish at about the same time this Banshee arrives in LMntMaster's base. And I will check up there in a second as these Hellions and roaches still going at it back and forth. The Banshee, there already was a Banshee up here from kyara. I totally missed that, you guys. I apologize. I was one Banshee too late. But LMntMaster saving his drones, pulling them out, and it looks like the hatchery is not going to go down because Stallion was able to ward it off with a Viking. At the same time, the top team is going to be counter-attacking, and this could be bad news as Tiktaalik was trying to get his expansion down. He does have these roaches, so he may be able to protect this hatchery. However, these Hellions will be able to run into the Zerg mains, not the Terran main though, but this supply depot is not going to last very long. Tiktaalik, though, is going to have none of that. He's going to be trying to take out some Hellions. The problem is so many Zerglings are supporting them that he's going to be forced to focus down the Zerglings first, and the Hellions from Stallion are in the main of kyara. He's in a lot of trouble. The SCVs are lining up for the Hellions. Oh no, so many SCVs are going to die. Look how many SCVs are dying. The roaches are just slowly trying to chase them. And so all the while that is going on, the Banshees have made it back up here. We're using Cloak to finish off that hatchery, and these 2 bases, however, have been unharassed. So we are pretty much, kyara, though, is still definitely in this game, and he's got a decent amount of SCVs. He's going to be able to summon down 3 mules, it looks like, immediately to try and get his economy back in the game. Meanwhile, LMntMaster is Dunsky. He is totally out of this game. He has nothing left. He has drones with 50 minerals, so not going to be worth trying to rebuild there. The Banshees are going to come down, check out the situation over here. They're going to see that there is a Spore Crawler, but the front of this hatchery is not actually defended. The Queens are going to be coming over here to try and deflect that. And it looks like kyara is going to go ahead and pull back. These Banshees are too low on life, but by now the roaches from Tiktaalik are so slow, but they finally have made it up here. And a bunch of Hellions from kyara also have made it up here. So these Hellions could just wreak complete havoc on those Zerglings. These roaches, though, from Tiktaalik are going to want to turn around and try and intercept these Hellions as best they can. They are going to actually scoot here into the mineral line. The drones are trying to pull off the line here. The Hellions from kyara are going to try and shoot some of them, but the better positioning here from Stallion is going to be able to kill all of kyara's Hellions. However, look at Tik. He has so many roaches. Is he going to be able to win this battle? It's going to be pretty close. It looks like He is maybe going to win this. So many Hellions, though, are dying from Stallion, and these Hellions are not as easy to replace as the Roaches. Yes, their total mineral and gas count is the same. However, Zerg players, and especially now that Tick has this extra hatchery, is going to be able to reinforce that much more quickly. And so I expect to see a bunch more Roaches on the way soon. And look at Sivatherium with the Mutalisk. It looks like that may be the trump card to end this game and beat this team that has such a ridiculous record. He's even microing Mutalisk back from this 4-crawler. Going to be able to finish that off and now take out the final Zerg base, and is going to be simply down to LMntStallion, who apparently lost all of his SCVs, and I completely missed it. At the same time, he does have a Banshee down here harassing Sivatherium, but with all these Mutalisks, that is not going to do much. So unfortunately, I did not see what happened here, and this looks like it is going to be one of those games that I'm going to have to rewatch. I have been rewatching all my games lately to go back and see what I missed and put some little bubbles on here for you guys, because there's no reason that you should have to miss it, as it looks like some drones even from here died. Either that or that was just a transfer. So I will go back and watch this game and see what happened exactly there. But wow, that was a really intense game. Thank you, Kyara, for sending me this game. The LMnt team giving the GG calls. So, and even a good job call, as they are, by the way, if you didn't hear before, which of course you did, they are like 68-2 or some ridiculous record like that. Just barely ahead of DXT, Sorcery, and Vitamins team in the 3v3 global rankings. So it's a serious heavyweight bout right now, and well done by the bottom team. The Roaches were the X factor in this game by Tiktaalik, because that is the one thing that you do not usually see in this mirror matchup, and Tiktaalik was able to make it work. So gotta hand it to him and the bottom team, as very well played. So that is going to do it for me. This is Irie Starcraft, and peace out.